everybody. Welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with a bestie, Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie, Jessica.
Yeah, Mandy's very nervous because this is the convincing my bestie series where we convince the other one to read a trope that they don't normally pick for themselves. And I think Mandy is very nervous because the last two times she's done this to me, she's chosen things that really freaking suck. Yeah.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
You liked your books.
I liked that one book, and it wasn't because of the fake dating aspect. That was stupid. But the book was great. But that I know that trope sucks. Sucks.
Okay, you keep telling yourself that because you rated it 5 stars.
Yeah, I like the book. So, but still, trope sucks. So, Mandy's nervous. I love to watch the nervousness. It's so much fun.
So we have decided to conclude this series. Thanks all for tuning in. See you in the next video.
No, the people have been asking for this, and I promised them that it would be coming up. And so we're doing Rejected Mates. Look at how excited she is, guys. So excited. She's giddy with happiness.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Okay, are you ready for this?
No.
Yeah, I know. I will say that I'm not gonna do Pack Darling by Lola Rock or The Beta by Elaine Michaels, and only because those are like duets and trilogies, and they're longer, and you really have to continue the story to get to that stuff. So I'm not throwing those ones in here. But I do have other ones. So, Mandy, tell them the things before we start.
Well, thank you for being here. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so. We really appreciate that. We are working towards getting 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year, which I'm hopeful we can pull that off. So if you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love to have your support on that. And, your likes, comments, and hypes all help our videos get out there as well. So thank you.
Okay, ready?
No.
I'll let you know which ones have audio, just so you know, as we're going. But let's get this ball rolling. Okay, so the first book that I have for Rejected Mates is one that I think a lot of people think of when this happens. So this is a more popular book, and it's been around for a little while. But when I say Rejected Mate, people normally just jump to this one. But you haven't read it yet, so we're going to. So this is The Tyrant Alpha's Rejected Mate by Kate C. Wells. This is an oldie but a goodie. And I say oldie like it's 4 years old or so, but it's a good one. So this is about Una and Killian. So Killian is the new alpha of the pack, and he's an arrogant ass. And Una is a part of, like the group of rejects, basically. Her wolf has not come out yet. She went through something when she was really young, and so she had some trauma to her leg, and so she walks with a limp. She serves all the other, like she works in the kitchens and she serves everybody, and she's treated very poorly by the elite members of the pack. And one day she is in the hall that they have, and she is helping serve dinner. And her wolf basically freaks out when Killian has some other woman around him, and that is when her wolf presents, and she realizes that he is her fated mate. When this happens, he loses his mind and he rejects her immediately, and so she has to basically like walk out of there with everybody watching her. And it's very devastating for her. He realizes as time goes by that he made a very big mistake, but boy's gonna have to grovel so much, and there's other things that go on. This pack doesn't treat her very well, and she doesn't deserve to be treated that way. There is audio for this one, and it is one of my favorites. It is really good. Because then he starts coming back bugging her, and she's like, why won't you leave me alone? It is like a whole thing. It is a slow burn. I will give you that. Okay. The next one I have, and that one is male-female. I know you don't really care for reverse harem or white shoes, but that is male-female. But you're going to have some of those on here because it's kind of hard not to with rejected mate situations. Okay.
You said that is male-female.
Yeah, like it's not a white shoes.
Oh, I thought you said it was. And then you're like, it's male-female. And then I was like, what? I was so
No,
confused.
I do have some that are white shoes or reverse harem, depending on the books. I think they're all, nope, there's a few. Okay. So this one, I've talked about before as well. There is audio now for this one. It came out not so long ago, but this is Omega Founded by Mae Pierce. So this one, and I will say, like, not all of these are rejected mates in the sense that they're like fated mates, but they are rejecting the person who is supposed to be their mate for whatever reason. So this one is about the heart. This is the first book in the Heartlock series. I didn't care for the second book, but this one takes place in like the Old West kind of a situation. And you have our heroine, who is Esta. I look up. Esta is fleeing from something. She is an Omega. She's disguising her Omega scent, and she is basically a mail order bride for Hale. Yeah, Hale is the name of the guy. And so she is traveling out west to marry him. Hale's parents have passed on. He has a brother that's just a couple years younger than him, and then they have a younger brother who's like 10 or something, and he needs a woman in the house. He needs someone to help out while they're running the ranch. And so she's taken that position to come and be his wife and to help with the brother. And so when she gets there, she's just described her, or she is taken stuff so that he doesn't know that she's an Omega. She's hiding her scent. And so he thinks that she's a beta. And he immediately takes her from the train and just goes and marries her. And she intended to tell him that she was an Omega, but he keeps cutting her off, and like it just doesn't come out. And then on the way home after he marries her, the brother lets, like, one of the other brothers is there. He lets her know that his brother has this thing where he doesn't like Omegas, and then the brother like loses his mind and tells her that he would never accept an Omega. He hates Omegas. It's like a thing. And so she continues to disguise her scent and her designation until he figures it out. And when he figures it out, crap hits the fan, and there is some rejection. But this one has like the best grovel, and it goes on for quite a while. Like, he deserves to be put through his paces. So she does. This one is a reverse harem because there's the other brothers that come into play.
All the brothers share the same woman.
Why the fuck not? It's Omegaverse. They can share another same woman. So there's a brother, there's a ranch hand. Yeah, it's 3 in 1. Okay.
Just
they're allowed.
This never happens in fake dating.
Yeah. Boring. Okay, so the next one
you
that
liked
I
it.
have.
I don't know
I
why
liked
you can't
that
come
book. I do not like fake
first with
dating.
it.
I will never choose a fake dating for myself. Unless there's
Well,
other
I know
tropes
what I'm
involved.
going to do every single time we have convincing.
I'm going to cry every time. Okay. The next one I have is The Baron Luna by Daria T. Rowan. This is about Regina, or Jenny. She is the Luna of the pack. We don't see a lot of shifting in this one at all. And then you have her husband, David. They're fated mates. They're set matches, and you only get like that once or twice in a lifetime in this world. Like, if your mate dies, then you might get a second one. But she and David have been trying for children for years, to no avail. And so one day, David comes to her and says that the pack is desperate for an heir, and that they have decided that he will take a concubine and get this person pregnant, and that she will raise the baby, that Jenny will raise the baby once it's born. And she is absolutely devastated. And he promises her that, like, it'll just be this one-time thing where he knocks up this girl, and then that's going to be it. And come to find out that as this process is happening, like, she has to be completely sedated when this happens. But as this process is happening, he's continuing to go and see this girl, even when she's not in heat, even when she can't get pregnant. And there ends up being a rejection situation that happens. And she is just, it's gut wrenching. Her heart's ripped out. It's a horrible situation. And I wanted to kill her husband. But this one does have audio. I love this one too.
What was the name of that again?
The Baron Luna. Okay. So I got to make sure I mark off what I've done here. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my spot. I don't remember what the first one was that I started talking about.
You did
that one.
Tyrant Alpha.
Yeah. I just didn't write it on my list. Okay. So that should have been your third one.
Yes.
Okay. So then I have one that you've been waiting to read because I told you to wait until I did this video. And that is Tormented Omega by Mary Magdalene. So this is about V. V has been with this pack for almost 5 years. Now, she is not their scent match, but she is their chosen mate. She's left the Omega Institute and she's been with them. They promised her that if they didn't find their scent match, that they would, after 5 years, they would bind her into the pack. She, in this world, the scent match is like the ultimate thing. If you find your scent match, like that is your person, you're going to want to do everything for them. But if you don't find your scent match and you you bring someone else into the back and you bind them in by biting them and creating that link, then you lose the chance of forever finding your scent match. Like that just goes away. And so at the beginning of this book, they take her out to the zoo. They take her, the group of guys, they take her out to the, to like this Omega store to get like fluffy new bedding and blankets and all the things that Omegas love. And she thinks then they go have dinner and they tell her that they've got something they want to talk to her about. And she thinks that they're going to tell her that, that they're going to bind her in because it's like a few weeks out or a month or so out from the that deadline. And when they sit her down, they tell her, we found our scent match. We've been courting her for 2 months. We're bringing her home. We're not going to get rid of you, but we're bringing her home. Okay, so they bring in this new girl, but the thing is like they're going to want the new girl. They're going to want like their instincts, because she is their scent match, is to like want to please her. And so they do some really cruel things to V in this book. And there is this one is so dang angsty. It is so angsty and it is so good. And if you haven't read it, you need to be reading it out there. I don't know if Mandy's going to, because there isn't audio for this one yet. And she a thick bitch.
But audio's coming September 8th, it looks like.
Oh, she doesn't, is it? I knew that she was picked up, but I wasn't told that I had permission to say anything.
With Podium, but I am in Podium's thing and it wasn't on the last list, so.
I knew that she'd been picked up. I knew that it was in the process. But last I'd heard was she didn't want to announce anything yet. So, but now that it's out there, I'm going to have to do a re-listen. Okay, ready for the next one.
Yeah, but doesn't that end on a cliffhanger?
Yes.
So that's a big one. And is the next one?
Well, the thing is the next one's a little bit smaller. The thing is, we were actually talking about it this week, Mary and I, and it is, the book itself is big, but it's not actually, it's the way she formatted it. It's actually pretty big writing. And so honestly, it's not as long as it seems.
Okay.
So just put that out there. Okay. So the next one that is on my list here, let's see if I can find it. So that was 4. And then, okay. Yes. All right. So Bitter Truth. Sorry. I feel like I've lost my mind. I have a list and the list isn't matching up to what's in my book. And then I changed my mind before the beginning of this. And it was like a whole thing. Okay. So this is Bitter Truths by Livy Weston. And it is about Bianca. So Bianca has been in love with her brother's best friends for years.
What?
Yeah, shut up. And she's there. There's a group of 4 guys.
What kind of convincing is this?
I have no idea. And she's younger than them, obviously. And the night of her graduation party, like, she is known for years that they're her fated mates. Like, she could tell, but she hasn't came into her designation yet, so they can't tell that she belongs to them. And so the night of, like, and her best friend knows this. This is like the ultimate crappy best friend. Her best friend knows this. She's confided in her best friend. And so at her graduation party one night, the best friend does something very dirty and very underhanded and ends up sleeping with these guys. And she finds out about it and she takes off. She actually goes and lives, like, she goes hiking. Her heart's ripped out. Like, she's physically ill because of it. And she ends up going into the woods and living in this community out there for rejected mates, and kind of comes into her own. And then she gets a phone call a handful of years down the road, and it's about her brother. Her brother is, I can't remember if he's in an accident or is sick, but she has to get home because something major has happened. And then that is when she runs into them. These guys have all been coerced into this relationship with her best friend, who is not good. And they know that she is their mate, but they can do nothing about it at this point. and is very, very angsty too. There's audio for that one. And then that should have been 5. So then the last one that I have is sitting right next to me, and that is Big Bad Wolves by Avian Michaels. Hold on, I can't hold all the things. Big Bad Wolves by Avian Michaels. So this one is about Jeannie and Parker and Drew. So Parker and Drew have been in a relationship for years, and they belong to their pack. And Drew is the son of the alpha, and so he is going to have to take over the pack. And Jeannie belongs to another pack, and they want to merge these two packs. There's a lot of wars happening. In order to fix that, they feel like they need to merge these two packs. And so on the day that he is supposed to meet Jeannie, she's walking towards him. It's kind of like a bonding ceremony. She's young. It's just basically so that she can come in, meet the pack, and get to know everybody before they get married years down the road, because I think she's only like 17 at this point. And Parker is very jealous of the situation because he feels like he and Drew have this thing, but they can never really be bonded because they're both guys and he's not an Omega. One's a beta, one's an alpha. It's like
Are
a
they
thing.
like in a relationship together or in a pack together?
In a relationship together.
Okay.
And so at the ceremony, Drew has his back to Jeannie, and as she's walking towards him, he sends her and realizes that she is his fated mate, and that is extremely rare in this world. And instead of turning towards her, he looks towards Parker, and he realizes the devastation on Parker's face because Parker realizes this, and we're told all of this from Parker's POV, so you see that. And instead of
but it's not Parker. She's not Parker's fated mate.
Okay. Instead of doing what needs to be done, and like turning around and accepting this position to prevent war, Drew grabs Parker and they run off. And he says, "I reject you, Jeannie," basically is the thing. And then that creates a lot of problems for both packs. It creates a lot of problems for Parker, and he also goes by, Drew goes by Cross because his name is Drew Cross, so they call him Cross quite a bit. It creates some issues between, because Jeannie is still going to go into estrus and Parker's still going to go into a rut, and the only person they want is each other because they're bonded, like they're fated mates. And so then we see a handful of years later, he finally succumbs. He's like, they tortured themselves for years, and so they're going to have this ceremony, and she gets rejected again, and it's not a good thing. Poor Jeannie is just, she's a mess. So this one was good too, but there isn't audio for that one. So, all right, 6 whole books. What you gonna do? You gotta make a choice.
I was pretending to be frozen.
No, I knew you weren't frozen. You were still blinking.
Damn it. Oh, I don't know.
Make a choice.
I don't want to.
Well, I didn't want to either, but I had to.
Yeah, and then you liked your book.
Well, you might like yours. I hadn't anticipated liking it.
Oh. Do you want to pick for me?
Nope. This is all you. You go ahead and pick.
Why won't you pick for me?
I'm not picking for you. You got to pick. This is all you, boo.
Which one do you think I would like?
I don't know, because you can't suspend reality enough to really enjoy it. So I don't know.
Ugh.
I love the agony.
I'm thinking between Bitter Truths and Tormented Omega, because you made those sound like they had the most angst.
Yeah, Tormented Omega has more, I'd say.
But that's 2 books I have to
read. You only got to read the first one.
Oh, okay. Okay, you pick between Tormented Omega and Bitter Truths.
I think you'd enjoy Tormented Omega more.
Okay. Okay.
You're gonna be good.
Lucky me.
All right, guys, we'll be back. Okay, Mandy, you finished.
I did.
Which Tormented? Was it Tormented Omega? Oh, they all get
Yes.
mixed up in my head. Okay, you
Yes.
finished.
I want to say before we continue though that we did this book, this convincing, um, a, like 2 weeks ago
Yeah, something like that.
before you contacted Mary and
Yes.
set up the interview. So that was all just extremely coincidental that I had read the book when we did the interview with
Right.
her because that had happened prior. So it just
Yes.
I just thought it was kind of funny. So if people are like, oh, no wonder Mandy picked that book. Well, no,
Yeah.
I picked the book and then afterwards you were like, hey, I'm gonna reach out to her and see if she wants to come on the channel. And she just happened to have like immediate availability.
Yes. Yes. So it was just a quinky dink.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so
All right.
yes.
I mean, I heard bits and pieces about this throughout the week, but
Okay.
so
Your idea of angst and my idea of an angsty good time are not the same. I do not like the type of angst that was in Tormented Omega. I felt like those guys, especially Ragdick, was just like a
Ragdick.
that's his name, was just a major bully. He was a horrible, horrible person. And even at the end when
Can't say that.
spoilers?
Did you read the second book?
I did.
Okay.
Because I was all invested at that point. Let's just say I just never felt sorry for him. I did for other people involved, but not him.
I did, but he brought it on himself. But I also feel sorry for the people, like when we read like a mafia book and the bad guy's getting his comeuppance, I always feel bad when they're like murdering the bad guy. So that's just me.
That's not true. You love it when people get their just desserts.
No, I don't. I don't like it when they murder people. I don't. No. So
you're always like they got their just desserts.
I don't like it though. I don't like when they murder people. I was like, can't they redeem themselves?
It doesn't have to be murder. Like,
well, when they're torturing people, I want them to redeem themselves.
Yeah.
I'm all about the redemption. So we'll see what happens with Ragden and his, but okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The book made me irrationally angry and I didn't want to keep reading it.
I love it.
But I got sucked in and I kept reading it. And then I read the second one.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, who's the third book about?
It's a new heroine and a new pack. So it's not somebody that you've met. Completely different heroine, completely new pack.
Oh, okay.
And it's angsty, but it's different.
Okay.
It's more of a rejection thing.
I will say that part of my frustration is I was like, well, why doesn't she just leave? This is so stupid. And I did talk about this a little bit in our interview. And you were like, that's not how it works in this world. And you had to like kind of explain that to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's not how it works in an abusive relationship either. And this was an abusive relationship.
So, that is true.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, you and I are both crazy busy today and we've got things going on. So
you didn't even ask me what I ended up rating him.
Oh, what'd you end up rating it? I was scared. Kinley's scared too.
Oh. So I went from not wanting to finishing the first one to reading the second one. So I would say that's a good turnaround. So I rated them both 4 stars.
Okay. Hopefully people could hear that because McKinley is giving her opinion as well. Oh, let's wrap this up. 4 stars. Amazing. Let's wrap this up because somebody's going to talk to everybody. Kinley.
Okay.
Don't be rude.
Well, make sure to check back. Actually, first off, comment below and let us know what are some book recs that you would like to see. We're kind of starting to plan out fall and we've been like kind of going back and forth on what book recs we want to do. So comment below with that. Oh, I have to go. And make sure you check back Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays for new videos from us. And if you didn't check out the interview we did with Mary, go do that as well. Yeah, what she said. Thanks for watching. I got to deal with this dog. Bye.